It's not easy living in a house without a kitchen. Minimizing the amount of time that your house is without a kitchen is the key. Seems obvious, but people underestimate that. Is it that time of day?
Smoking time.
Woohoo!
Not quite.
You're a gentleman, Nate. Thank you.
There you go.
Appreciate
Welcome.
it. You get your cable? So one of the key things we did here is we did every bit of work we could do, excluding the kitchen. So this dining room that I'm standing in, through in the living room, done everything down to the scotia, skirting, architraves. Even the plastering is, you know, 60% there. So now when the plasterer comes, he's just got to start plastering this wall and not all of that.
Guys been busy?
Yeah, busy here, right?
Just here, really, eh?
That is it.
So these tiles here were throughout this whole kitchen, and now that we've moved the dishwasher we can get these ones off. But that's another thing that we got out of the way first before we did all this work. We pulled up all the tiles, so now we don't need to worry about it. Now another thing that can be super helpful when you're renovating a kitchen is to have a temporary sink. It's not quite working out on this one, but we do have a bathroom sink that the owners can use in the 2 weeks that they don't have a kitchen. But in the past, when we've had more disruptive jobs where we've had to take out a lot of walls and do things like that, we've set up temporary sinks in like nearby rooms. It works particularly well when you can drill into the floor, like say you have like carpet or something that's going to cover any holes. In this case, all the floors are going to be polished in that area, so we can't drill new holes without it being like an obvious patch. So if you've got somewhere in the same area that you can put a sink, it's not much to temporarily hook it up.
Good.
How have you been, Vota? Good?
I'm good, buddy.
Loving life?
How's life?
Life's good.
If it's any better, it could get boring, you know? Yeah.
Over the world.
We didn't anticipate something.
Yeah. And then the next thing, we'll be pulling all of this out. We need to get behind that wall to figure out what's in there, perhaps straighten it and reposition some of the cables. It's not too much, it's largely the same layout, which makes this kitchen an easy one. That's true for any kitchens, and bathrooms in particular. If you can keep the same layout, that will help. So this is the cable that you're talking about there?
This is the one that is hard to find at the moment. Yeah.
So cable shortage as well as a timber shortage.
Oh, that's a heavy one.
Alright, this little wall here was a hot water cylinder was in here. And they've changed the gas and everything now, so this wall can go. I'm expecting some damage in these wall frames. So far, these ones have been great. Totally dry, no problems. But we know there was a leak with the hot water cupboard at some point. Fingers crossed. Not bad. Not bad at all. Convention.
More or less square.
Mario Brothers.
Yep. There you go.
See you, mate. Catch you later, Virgil. Alright, let's check how straight this wall is, shall we? Whenever it's crooked, we'll just delete this part, okay? Oh my god.
Oh my wow.
Bro, I'm actually shocked. That is remarkably straight for a 70-year-old house. Can't beat that, Poto. Can't beat that. Another thing to consider is dust barriers. Obviously this is a construction site now. You know, all the plastering is getting done in that whole living area and dining, so we don't need to worry too much about the dust. When the kitchen was operational and we were working on the other parts of that area, we had a dust barrier that we would drop down over the kitchen to protect the area. if you're just doing a kitchen, I would shut doors where you can, put dust barriers where you can't put a door, and keep that dust from traveling all around the house.
Put a capping, brake plate.
Yeah, on the inside.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Bro, it's pretty easy, yeah. There's not too much.
Yeah. There's a massive huge sandpipe down there that looks pretty cool.
So you got your skateboard in here now?
Oh yeah. Wishful thinking there, Scott.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nice. What do you think, Matt?
It's too much choice at the moment.
Yeah.
I think it is croissant.
Well, yeah. Looks good, huh? I'll get a steak and cheese pie as well, thank you. Yeah. Looks like luck is on my side. The type of jib board that we need is right over there. We've had heaps of shortages in New Zealand of timber, and lead time is like going through the roof. Like we're talking 5-6 weeks for some products. I heard that cladding, regular timber weatherboards that are the most common here, people are waiting like 8 weeks to get weatherboards. Beams are even worse than that. But it looks like my plasterboard is here. Oh, tell you what, there's madness in there. Timber stripped from the shelves. Apparently when they get 6x2 in, whoever the next person is tries to buy the entire packet of 6x2 because there's just none around. Decking, forget it. I'm glad I got jib board, there's plenty of that there. We're living in a weird time. Plastering underway, kitchen almost ready. So that's the sort of building side of it until after the cabinets are in. So another thing to consider is finishing timber. Here we've got this timber scotia that goes along the top, but because the cabinets are going all the way up in some places, we don't put the timber scotia there. Skirting is a similar story. We will be adding little bits of skirting in there, but we always wait until the cabinets are in and the kickboards are in, and then we put that skirting up to it. And we're going to have one of those inbuilt range hoods, but you'll see all that. I'm going to show the new kitchen when it gets put in. As I mentioned in previous episodes, we don't put kitchens in ourselves here in New Zealand. That's pretty standard for builders not to do kitchens. Kitchen specialists, cabinet makers do it. Not to say that I don't want to do one. I'd like to do one day. Well, maybe that's another episode. But yeah, that's kitchen. Thanks for watching this exciting episode, and catch you in the next one. Is that time of day, Pato?
Cool.
This is going to take me probably 2
Set time
hours.
today, guys. Ready? Planet coffee time.
Can I get one of them?